Your dog is not looking at you because he wants a treat. He is not staring at the door because he heard a bird. When your golden retriever or your German shepherd freezes mid-motion and gazes into the empty hallway, he is not distracted. He is working. Most owners dismiss these moments as quirky animal behavior or a simple lack of focus. But they are witnessing a biological mechanism that predates human civilization. You think your dog is a pet, a companion who relies on you for food and shelter, but in the silent hours of the night, the roles reverse. He becomes the guardian of your pulse. He becomes the ancient sentinel. This transition is seamless and invisible to the untrained eye. Your dog is scanning frequencies of reality that your senses abandoned thousands of years ago. While you navigate a world of screens and digital noise, he is navigating a landscape of chemical shifts and infrasonic vibrations. He knows what is coming minutes before it arrives. He feels the atmospheric pressure drop in his joints before the first cloud appears. He detects the subtle change in your sweat chemistry that signals a spike in cortisol before you even feel stressed. This is not magic. It is the raw, unfiltered legacy of the wolf. This behavior is not a choice he makes. It is a command written into the very marrow of his bones. Deep within the canine genome, specifically on what researchers identify as segments related to chromosome 6, lies the blueprint for this hypersensitivity. This is the genetic bridge between the wild predator and the domestic protector. When your dog stands between you and a stranger or refuses to enter a specific room, he is obeying a code that has been refined over 15,000 years of survival. To ignore these signals is to ignore the greatest early warning system ever designed by nature. We have spent millennia breeding them to be smaller, softer, and more compliant, yet the core of the sentinel remains untouched. Every time he rests his chin on your foot, he is not just seeking warmth. He is monitoring your variabilidade da frequencia cardíaca through the skin of his muzzle. He is checking the rhythm of your heart to ensure the pack is safe. If you dismiss his sudden alertness as mere anxiety, you are breaking a pact that was sealed in the embers of the first human fires. You are failing to listen to the silent partner who has kept your ancestors alive through ice ages and predators. Before we dive deeper into the neurological architecture of this bond, I want to invite you to join our pack. Being a dog owner is easy, but becoming a conscious guardian of this ancient connection requires knowledge. Subscribe now to join a community dedicated to understanding the true depth of the canine mind. Together we can honor the silent heroes in our homes and learn to speak the language of the sentinel. The science behind this connection is as rigorous as it is beautiful. Researchers at the Max Planck Institute have long studied the cognitive abilities of domestic dogs, discovering that their social intelligence is a specialized evolutionary adaptation. This is often linked to neoteny, the retention of juvenile traits into adulthood, which allows dogs to remain bonded to humans in a way no other species can. However, this domestic softness is a mask for a high-powered sensory array. At the University of Helsinki, studies on canine olfaction have shown that a dog's nose is not just for smelling food. It is a chemical analyzer capable of detecting parts per trillion. They can literally smell the passage of time and the onset of biological changes. When your dog becomes restless minutes before a medical emergency or a natural shift, he is reacting to a flood of data that your brain is incapable of processing. This is further supported by work at the University of Oxford, where scientists have explored the coevolution of humans and dogs. We did not just live alongside them, we evolved together. Our brains began to mirror one another. When you pet your dog, a surge of oxytocin floods both of your systems. This is the hormone of trust and bonding, but in the dog, it also serves as a calibration tool. It syncs his nervous system to yours. The Mayo Clinic has even utilized this incredible sensitivity in clinical settings, recognizing that dogs can detect the chemical signatures of various diseases long before modern equipment can. But for the everyday owner, the most profound evidence of this is found in the variabilidade da frequência cardíaca. This metric is a key indicator of your body's stress response. Dogs are masters of reading this. They don't need a smartwatch to know your heart is racing or skipping a beat. They feel the vibration through the floorboards. They hear the change in your breathing patterns. They're constantly adjusting their proximity to you based on these metrics. If your dog suddenly refuses to leave your side or insists on leaning his full body weight against your legs, he is attempting to ground your nervous system. He is using his own steady VFC to regulate yours. He is acting as a biological stabilizer for the human he loves. However, there is a specific moment that every owner must learn to recognize. It is the red signal. This is not the typical bark at the mailman or the playful growl over a toy. The red signal occurs when the dog's internal system reaches a point of collapse because it is overwhelmed by what it is detecting. You will see his ears rotate independently, as if tracking two different sound sources. His pupils will dilate, and he will begin a low rhythmic pacing that seems aimless, but is actually a perimeter check. The most chilling part of the red signal is the redirected gaze. The dog will look just past your shoulder, staring into the space behind you with a level of intensity that suggests a physical presence. In these moments, the dog is detecting an anomaly in the environment or a sudden, sharp decline in your own physiological stability. If he begins to whine while maintaining this fixed stare, his system is telling him that a threshold has been crossed. He is detecting a danger that has not yet materialized in the physical world but is already present in the chemical or infrasonic realm. This is the moment the Sentinel is screaming for you to pay attention. He is telling you that something is about to happen. The weight of this responsibility is immense for a creature that lives only a fraction of a human lifespan. They spend their short years on this earth in a state of constant vigilance for us. They are the only species that will consistently choose the company of a human over their own kind. This is the ultimate expression of the Sentinel's path. They have traded the freedom of the wild for the duty of the hearth. They have become the silent witnesses to our lives, seeing us in our darkest moments and staying to guard us anyway. When you look into your dog's eyes, you are looking at a mirror of your own biological history. You are looking at the creature that helped you survive the darkness. As we move forward, we must ask ourselves if we are worthy of this devotion. Are we paying enough attention to the signals they send us every day? The bond between human and dog is inquebrable, but it requires our respect. Your dog is not just a pet. He is a sophisticated evolutionary partner who is constantly translating the world for you. The next time he stops, stares, and listens to the silence, do not call him away. Stand with him. Listen to what the silence is trying to tell you. He has been waiting for you to hear it for 15,000 years. In our next exploration, we will uncover why certain breeds react to specific types of human emotions and the hidden meaning behind the way your dog sleeps. There is a reason he chooses the foot of the bed, and it is far more strategic than you think. Stay tuned to discover the secret geography of the Sentinel's rest.